What's up, everyone? It's been a while when I made one of these videos, so just wanted to do a quick video on what's happening in Europe. Obviously, Europe is imploding right now, especially in UK. Their currency is massively getting dumped, and they're in trouble. So they're trying to contain the issues hitting the UK bond market, and pretty much the BOE, just Bank of England, their central bank, basically just threw in a hat. They were just like United States Federal Reserve, fighting the inflation, and because of all the trouble that is being caused due to them raising interest rates, they threw in a hat and started doing quantitative easing. So they basically screamed uncle, puked, threw their head in, and they're still saying we're going to be raising interest rates and fighting inflation. But realistically speaking, if they're going to keep raising interest rates, the economy is just going to completely go to shit. So now they're starting the bond purchasing program again, blah, 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 blah. And overall markets are rallying on that news today, because this is the first central bank that basically said, we've had enough. They threw in a towel, and we are back in printing mode. So markets rallying on this news. I don't know if we're going to have a follow through or not tomorrow or day after tomorrow, but it's going to be quite telling. I think that the markets will test the resolve of central bankers at this point, so we might see a few more days of risk on. But the overall trouble is just beginning in Europe, I think, because obviously the winter is coming, as everybody knows. The gas prices and the Russia situation and all of that combined is putting massive pressure on industrial production in Germany, in UK, and everywhere else. So the surging heating bills, energy prices, etc. For businesses, they can't really produce anything when the cost of their production just quadrupled, right? So a pint in English bar, for example, went from to cover the cost of just heating the establishment using gas, electricity. It went from £6 to £20 just to cover the cost. So almost fourfold. And all of this happening, a lot of pubs are not raising their prices, but if they're going to have to cover their cost, at some point they either have to eat the loss, which they're doing right now, but at some point they're going to have to throw in either the towel and say, listen, either we're raising prices and not doubling, quadrupling the prices, or we're just out of business. So that's just a small example with some, dinky pub. What about big producers? Right? Big industrial production companies, they're all suffering. So, and this is just the beginning. This isn't even a bad time of year for them, right? Because it's still, the households are still not utilizing the heating to the as much as when it will be wintertime, right? So all of this is putting immense pressure, coupled with the fact that the dollar is surging. So it's a chain reaction. All these third world countries, for example, they borrow in dollars because nobody's going to lend them money in their own shitty currencies. So now with the interest rates rising, their servicing on their debt becomes more and more expensive. So they're chasing to buy dollars wherever they can, and they're bidding up the prices. So the dollar keeps on rocking. And overall, US is becoming the only safe haven left again. So the biggest play is to short Europe and be long United States, or as a hedge. You can only do short Europe as well if you want to. I don't think we've seen the bottom. We might have a bear market rally, which should be sold still, because the problems there are far from over. And as Italy, for example, just elected a very right-wing person, which I happen to like, actually. She said, enough with this woke PC nonsense, these fucking man children who are running the show. It's time for adults to take over once again, because this shit show is not, it's just embarrassing, right? So Europe, Italy was already on the brink of exiting Eurozone. As we know, United Kingdom exited the Eurozone. So Italy, well, back even 10 years ago, they called them pigs. Portugal, Italy, Greece, and Spain. All those countries were basically on life support from Germany and handouts. Now that Germany's fucked, no more handouts, and Italy is like, all right, no more handouts. Well, fuck you. Why are we going to be in the Eurozone? We can go back to lira, print our own money, and not be bound by the constraints, fiscal constraints imposed by the European Union. And so once that happens, if Italy exits and says enough with your stupid policies, with immigration, with everything that's ongoing, that other countries will follow suit, and that's basically within the 5 years we'll probably see the end. Well, the next decade we'll see the end of Eurozone if something drastic doesn't happen. So, with all that said and done, I think well, Bitcoin is doing quite well today. It's still stuck in the range of 18,000 and 20 and change. So you can still trade the same range, ETH, same way. What else? Obviously, pound. I think pound will recover a little bit. Well, in euro is recovering. Stock indices also have, because they've been being battered for the last 2-3 weeks basically, and at this point I think we might have that BOE served as a catalyst to have the pullbacks in the sell-offs in all the risk assets pretty much. So with all that said and done, I'll do some technical analysis later on today or tomorrow, showing you some trades. But if you want to find out more and discuss all this, more than welcome to stop by apexbull.com. The link is up there for our Telegram group. It's free, where we post all this stuff, trades and everything else for people who want to learn how to trade. All right, hope it helps. Enjoy.